Welcome to tonight's watch. This is a movie review podcast I do with my older brother Matt,
Hi.
my younger brother Luke,
Hello.
and usually my younger sister Kelly, but she's not here this week. Instead, we have special guest stars Cameron
Woo!
Hello.
and Grant.
Hello.
We go over a movie each week and do a full plot summary after our spoiler-free initial thoughts and some quick info on the movie. This week, we did Wild Hogs, which was Cameron's choice and Cameron's choice alone.
Dude, no, it was not.
That was all you. You were the one who brought it up to me.
Okay, but then we bonded over the fact that we watched Wild Hogs as children.
Way too often, yes.
And why?
Way
why
too
did
often.
we?
Yeah.
Have
Exactly.
you seen it before? Oh wait, are we still in the intro?
Just go ahead. Just go ahead. We're done with the intro. That was it. The rest was, with that, we'll jump into tonight's watch, which was Wild Hogs. Luke, go ahead.
Grant, have you seen this before?
I had vague memories of Wild Hogs. I think
Okay.
I don't know if I had seen it in theaters when it came out, but I think we had. Did Wild Hogs come out when Blockbuster was still around?
Oh yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was probably a Blockbuster grab then.
For sure.
You're telling me you didn't go see it in IMAX then?
No, because we were poor. No, we had
That's the only
Blockbuster.
reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was begging.
That's
us
the
not
only
to take
reason,
the
otherwise you
IMAX
would have seen
of Wild Hogs.
I can't think of anything scarier than Tim Allen being 100 feet tall on the screen.
Honestly,
so
yeah.
Like when we went to Oppenheimer, but imagine it's Tim Allen. This movie was released in 2007. It has a runtime of a whopping 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, that was longer than I thought. It was.
Why?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was written by Brad Copeland, who went on to write big hits such as Yogi Bear.
Oh no way!
Another
Oh,
man.
I liked that one.
classic.
And it was directed by Walt Becker, who went on to direct Old Dogs and Alvin and the Chipmunks 3: The Road Trip.
Oh, I need to see that one.
Oh no.
But not the squeakquel.
No, well, I think they picked him out for it because this is a road trip movie that they wanted. They were like, get the Wild Hogs guy for Alvin and Chipmunks.
Imagine going to film school, spending tons of money for that, and then your career is Wild Hogs in Alvin and the Chipmunks 3.
And wait,
what-
was John Travolta in Old Dogs
Yes,
as well?
yes, he was.
So he just really
Oh,
likes
yeah.
John
likes John
Travolta
Travolta.
being old. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like the middle age crisis of John Travolta is basically his career, and then he did Alvin and the Chipmunks. So
Which has the same spiritual vibe.
essentially,
Yeah.
I did not get a ton of background info on this. What I have is essentially from what we watched behind the scenes on the DVD.
Watching behind the scenes. Oh, that's good.
Really, it was
I
just
didn't think
that Walt Becker came and did this straight out of film school.
Oh.
Really?
And he
Actually,
didn't.
kind of impressed.
He was a motorcyclist, so he but he didn't write it. He just found the script and then was like, I have to get this made. I have to direct this. And he was just out of film school. And I got no other background other than that about this movie. I did not care.
Finally, a script made for me.
Got
It-
motorcycles.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it currently holds a 14% critics rating, but a 61% audience.
And
Or
all of the
you-
positives are from men 55 and older.
Absolutely.
I took a road trip immediately after this, and it went exactly the same.
With the same, I can't say it without giving spoilers, so I'm not going to.
Okay, well, Cameron, we'll start with you, spoiler free.
Right.
What are your thoughts? It was your choice, so what are your thoughts on after rewatching Wild Hogs in 2025?
It went exactly how I imagined it would go, to be quite honest. I didn't go into it with high expectations, but boy, did I sure leave with the same exact expectations that I came into it with.
Yeah.
It's not good, but
How dare you?
Whoa.
Take it back.
But-
Take it back. You're the first one. Take it back.
but it holds a very sentimental area in my heart because I watched it, and I told Grant and you this, Mark, yesterday, but I watched it for the first time in San Francisco with my grandpa who was from the area and like my parents in at our hotel. And it was a very foggy, rainy day, so we stayed in. And so my parents ordered room service, and I asked them for chocolate milk. And my parents were so excited to show us Wild Hogs. They were
Yeah.
ecstatic. They wanted to show it to us so bad. So I remember having the best chocolate milk of my fucking life, watching Wild Hogs, and I was
Wow.
like going into 4th grade. And I thought this is the best summer ever.
Yeah.
Enjoy that
That
chocolate
sounds
milk. This
terrible.
is what you have to look forward to when you hit your 40s.
Yeah.
Incredible, Grant. What do you think about Wild Hogs?
Uh,
Spoiler free.
Largely the same. So the memories I had of it from when I first watched it were largely in a haze, but like gradually became clearer as we rewatched it. I wanted to like it. I'll be honest. I wanted to like it, and there are parts that I do. I think it is a funny representation of a bunch of men having a midlife crisis collectively. But I think it is problematic in 2025.
What? Which
What
part?
reason
Say
for that?
It's mostly John Travolta, but let's be honest.
Luke.
It was weird to watch this on a TV and not a screen this big on the back of our parents' headrest in the
Yes.
car.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time we watched it was on a road trip.
Yep.
The first half I didn't remember at all, but the second half when they got to the chili festival, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "That's what I remember."
Yeah.
I did not like this. It did not have the nostalgia that it once did. But the chili festival was okay.
Matt, what'd you think?
First off, I feel like I watched this movie like 117 times when I was a kid, because just about everything that happened, I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Before I get too deep into it, I have to discuss everything about the case that I love and
Yes.
the things that I don't love. First, their names. John Travolta's name is over his, and so is William H. Macy. But Tim
Oh,
Allen's name is
yeah.
over Martin Lawrence.
Why
Martin
is
Lawrence
that?
is over Tim Allen, and it pisses me off.
I was looking at that yesterday. I was like, wait a minute.
It's a shame that the tagline wasn't "Go Hog Wild." I don't know
Mhm.
Yeah.
how
Missed
they.
opportunity.
What is the tagline? Let's be honest.
It is 4 guys, 2,000 miles. How wild can it get?
Hold on. I do
That's
have
right.
I do have some information on the other poster for this movie.
Yeah.
It's set up the same way, but it has 2 different taglines on it. So on the same poster, okay? And these ones are 4 guys from the suburbs hit the road, and the road hit back. And then on the bottom, under Wild Hogs, it says, "A lot can happen on the road to nowhere."
Oh.
Why do they have 2 taglines?
2 taglines that are both
Road
terrible.
hit back.
It sounds
What
like
intern
AI
made
generated
those?
all of them. Yeah.
Jesus. So 3
Uh,
terrible taglines that we know of. I'll find more.
But there are two good things about the case.
Mhm.
One, it's that DVD case that has those little like flippy
Yep.
things.
Yeah, the
You remember
locks.
those?
Yes,
Yeah.
And on the inside cover was an ad to
Yes.
get your transmission serviced with Terry Bradshaw on it. And I can't figure out why.
It's the
We
same
got-
copy had it.
Do you get a
We were waiting-
discount?
Yes, you get 10% off if you use the special code Wild Hogs,
There we go.
and it expired in December of 2007.
Matt, I got you.
We kept trying to figure out if he was going to show up in the movie, and he
Nope.
didn't.
Matt, do you have
Why?
this one in there?
Why? No.
Oh yeah, the scenes.
Dang it! Where did that one go?
I
Do you have-
believe the
do you have
first
anything
scene
behind
is
it?
all the boys.
No, there's nothing. It's just, yeah. Let me tell you, when I went to our parents' house to find this, when I said what I was looking for, they went, "Okay." They just turned out-
That's exactly how I'd hoped
okay.
that would go.
Yeah. Actual thoughts on it. Oh boy, is it a comedy movie from 2007?
That is true. That isn't
In
hot
that
rod.
it's
Yeah.
Hot Rod is
outrageously homophobic. It has like 11 licensed songs, I think, which sounds about right. I found William H. Macy very funny, and everything else pretty much not.
Yeah, that's pretty much me too.
But yeah, and it was a weird experience. That's kind of it. Mark, what are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, this movie's pretty horrible, but I'll say it was the best way to watch this movie if you're not in your mid to late 50s and hate your family and miss the time that you're a real man,
Right.
is to watch it with three 20-some year old guys who talk about nothing about the movie essentially, because it was a blast. Like, I had a great time watching this movie, and it was a great background movie because every time we looked it was something problematic happening, so it was fun to laugh. But yeah, largely this movie is just terrible. I had to go back through it because I didn't take notes. I put it on 1.5/10x speed where I couldn't listen. And I was like bored even doing that, and that took me like 40 minutes. I was like, dude, this movie sucks. It's also, I watched it yesterday, but yeah, this movie's not good. But I mean, if you all, I think it's fun if you have the right group still, but not for the right reasons. Not because it's good.
Yeah.
It's
Not because
so
you're
bad.
gaining anything from the movie itself.
Yeah.
No. I think there was a point where I laughed because Tim Allen, apropos of nothing, brought up that France had never won a major battle in a war, and I was like,
He
that's
did?
so
I didn't
Tim
catch that.
Allen. Yeah. When we get to the scene, I'll let you know, because I was like, what the hell was that?
So
That's definitely a part of the movie I didn't listen to.
Yeah.
essentially, everything
it.
past the bull testicles is where we stopped paying attention. That started a huge
Bull
conversation
testicles,
after
yes.
we high-fived each other, and that's when we stopped paying attention.
Wait, you said look at the testicles on that bull. High five?
Well,
Is
it
that
was
how
No, so every time
yeah.
I was gonna say, so every time like nuts were like brought up, like there's a part where Tim Allen's nuts get
Oh,
hit with
yes.
like a tennis ball or like a baseball, and
sure.
we just go fucking ham and we just go crazy. And we just high five each other nonstop. We're like, no, and high five each other. So every time there was a nut joke, we went hard.
There's at
Oh,
least
wow.
two.
Yeah, and
There's
the
at
bull
least
testicles just pushed it over the
Yeah.
edge. I think that was only the second one, but we lost it and never watched the movie again. So
No.
it was there.
We had
Um,
one for each ball, and that was it.
we kind of came back
Yeah.
when Dudley was hung up in the street. Like, that's kind of like, so all of the Chili Festival we kind of missed. But so I will explain it, and you guys will be reminded of what happens. Well, are you guys ready to jump into the plot? And just
Oh,
jump
boy,
in
am I.
whenever something pops up you want to talk about. Okay, I also did not proofread this, so it's a mess. This movie doesn't deserve it. It doesn't.
No, this is going as smoothly as the script of Wild Hogs. I think anyone who read that script. No.
Okay, so we start with a scene where all the wild hogs drive around a suburban road and fist bump each other, and Dudley runs into a sign.
Yes.
Classic comedy.
Just
Classic
cold
comedy.
open,
Slapstick.
classic.
Yeah.
We then cut to a title card saying Doug, because,
Yeah, that
and
was
proceed to do that with
That was
all
crazy.
4 wild hogs.
Yeah.
Because we
That
won't know
font
who
was
they are.
very, like, student film font, too.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
like,
yes.
what was that?
But it's also
I-
we don't need.
I was particularly lost because Dudley is the last one on camera, and it immediately cuts to Doug. So to me, that reads, "Oh yes, this is Doug." Doug just hit the signpost.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't. It was
Nope.
Tim Allen.
Nope.
I was like,
It's also you take out all 4 of those title cards and the movie doesn't change at all. It's set up like a normal movie, and they don't do title cards for the rest of it. If they did those and then did like Act 1 or something, it would make more. Not that it would make it better, but it'd make more sense.
I feel like
think
it would make
shows-
the movie worse.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that possible? I think that it shows how dumb they think their audience is.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to
Yeah.
differentiate.
This guy is Doug. And there's okay, so this is nitpicky for sure. There's something that pisses me off that 3 of their names end in Y. Like Woody,
Oh,
Bobby, and
Bobby.
Dudley. It's like can't come
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Doug. We can't have a 4th guy with a Y name.
We can't have Dougie.
Yeah. I don't know why, it just pissed me off.
It's the Pac-Man ghosts: Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and
Yep.
Clyde.
No, that's
And Doug.
basically what it
And
is.
Doug. And Doug.
Yeah.
Here we find out Doug is a dentist who hates his wife and child, despite them being pretty cool.
And hates eating
Yeah, they
salad.
were very cool.
They are,
Yeah,
they are
just wanted bacon.
actively invested in his health, if not sheerly to see the despair on his face when they tell him no.
Yes, yes, and he just fucking hates. That's what this whole movie's about. Is all
It is.
for the guys, well, except for Dudley, just hate their lives, hate their families, and just want to get away and be like the old day, be men like they were in the old days. They're soft now.
They're soft now. Oh, they said that so much. I hated it. They're soft. We're soft now.
I will say, watching the behind the scenes, the vibes of behind the scenes were so rancid.
Really?
Yes, they were
Oh,
so
yeah.
bad.
What was it like?
It's like what the movie is. It's literally like the vibe of the movie is because that's how it was. And there was
Yeah.
I saw one woman when it showed the crew.
Yeah.
And
They had-
there was
they
a
had
behind
one?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? They there's a behind the scenes, not a behind the scenes, an extra special feature that was how to let your wife what was
How to
it?
get your wife to let you buy a motorcycle?
Yes.
Yeah.
And oh god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Katie, my wife, was reading the back cover and pointed that out to me, and she was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, and the guy's advice, it was some producer on it. The guy's advice was to lie to your wife and say you're not going to ride on freeways and then go do it. Yeah, that's the vibes of
Yeah,
the people making
dude.
this.
Wild hogs.
It's
Wow.
basically-
Hogs.
Be Bobby. Just lie to your wife,
Yes.
and then when she finds out, tell her to chill, and then everything is fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is
Chill out. It's fine. I'm just gonna take it on the surface streets.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not going over 30 miles an hour. It's a moped.
Yeah.
Don't call it a moped because that would be insulting.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Man.
That's essentially the whole plot of this movie, and the moral of this movie is to be a man, and that's what the vibe was on set.
Be a man. Lie to your life.
Care more about your friends than your wives, but don't care too much because that's gay.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, there's a very
That's
like
important to point out.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
Okay.
I want to point out
Even
this
if you're
movie's
called
very
the Wild Hogs. You're not allowed to be gay.
this movie's actually pretty homoerotic if you think about it.
Parts
is.
of it, yes, very much.
But
so.
then
It kind of is.
when it becomes self-aware that it is, then they have to call out that they're not gay and have to run away.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very much
Right
like
away.
as soon as the cop shows up, everybody's like, whoa, 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 hey, whoa,
No,
no.
no.
You
Oh.
can
It's
just be like,
2008.
okay,
It's 2008. We're not there yet.
yeah.
Not there. We need to give it a couple more years, then we'll be
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. We go to a title scene, a title screen for Bobby, played by Martin Lawrence, who is not working at the moment. And then the depiction of his wife is so obviously written by a man who hates women. It's
Also kind of racist.
yeah,
Because
Yeah.
it's the sassy black woman. And also, it just proves that if your wife is a successful professional, you should be threatened by that.
Yes.
You should be threatened. by
yes.
it.
The moral of this movie. Let's see. It's either his mom or her mom is there as well, living with them, and she also trashes on him, and just the depiction of all women in this movie is just terrible.
So negative.
It's
It's
just
bad.
terrible.
He tells his daughter she looks like a hooker.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does. Oh
Yep.
yeah, we looked at each other as soon as that was said. We're like, oh no.
And
And
the
you high five.
audience is supposed to laugh and go, I relate to that.
Cameron
guy."
laughed. I shouldn't have
This
told
is-
him.
Yeah.
I feel like this is very
No.
much because her reaction is, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
He was like,
And-
what?
And I feel like this is very much written for an audience of males over the age of 40,
Yes.
45.
For sure.
Like,
100%.
yes, I don't get that. I relate
Yeah.
to that, but also I don't get that.
Yep.
That's every teenager right now, dressing up
Don't
like
it
hookers and
suck? Yeah.
owning it. Yeah.
Oh, and we meet his daughters, and his youngest daughter screams, and he can't control her, and he criticizes his oldest daughter for what she's wearing, and then we learn that he also hates his family. That's just what this movie is
For-
men hating their
for different
families.
reasons.
Yes.
Right. That's how it's nuanced. They all hate their families, but for different
how?
reasons.
In different
For
ways.
different reasons,
yeah.
yeah. But why? What did
Yeah,
they do
so
wrong?
why?
They also trash on him for being a plumber.
Yeah.
Which is also like
The world needs plumbers, man.
also yeah, just like
Yeah.
why? So again, the filmmaker's just like, man, plumbers fucking suck. Imagine having that job.
And don't call your HVAC guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a lot going on here, but then we cut to Dudley.
Wait.
Yeah, good.
Before
Yeah,
we get to Dudley,
There's an
there's an
thing.
important person,
Yes.
Oh,
Nacho Libre,
Yes.
Yes.
who shows up, and this is the
Yep.
only other movie I think I've ever seen him in.
Yep.
It was amazing to see him. Don't know
Hector
his name.
Jimenez.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, we cut to Dudley. So we have these family stuff going on with the other two characters met, and then we cut to Dudley, who's in a coffee shop, and he's impressing a woman with his talking computer before it
Yeah, that was
malfunctions onto a bunch of really loud porn ads.
Yes.
And that's
that
Like
is
alternative
true. All
sex.
that is
I-
true.
I had mentioned growing up my dad was an Apple junkie, and so there were a lot of like Apple like plugins, and Dudley even gets an Apple, like the old Apple rainbow tattoo
Yeah.
on his arm.
Mhm.
And I couldn't help but notice when Dudley goes to kill the computer as it's blaring porn ads, he removes the computer, the keyboard from the laptop, like just kind of picks it up and
Yeah.
moves it to the side. And then it
Somehow.
looks like he takes out what looks like an SSD, but it's 2008, so I don't know if he actually has one of those. But he's just like ripping components out of the computer, very juxtaposed. But like this man clearly has built or found an AI online, knows how to use
Yeah,
the computer,
this thing doesn't exist.
and yet doesn't know how to kill it. If you close it, usually it just turns it off.
Listen, Grant.
Oh, that's
Grant,
Dudley.
you're the director, right? You hate women. Just-
Yeah.
You want a really funny porn joke about this nerdy guy who really knows computers, so he has a really advanced computer, right? What does he do?
Yeah.
He didn't fucking know. The director doesn't know. He's like, just start ripping shit out of it. I don't know.
Clearly, computers are like cars. You can access everything if you just pop
Just
the
pop
hood.
the keyboard.
Just
the
start
keyboard
ripping
right off.
shit out.
Computers are like women. Nobody fucking knows how they work.
Magic
Them behind
broken
the
them, and
scenes,
if you
yeah.
let it out, it stops working.
Yeah.
And he just rips a couple things out. It doesn't work, and then immediately spills his coffee into it.
Yep.
Then, like,
Clearly,
steam
good
comes out.
gag. I get it, but like, did you have to just spill the coffee? Dudley
Classic,
is
huh?
accident prone enough. That spilling
They
the
have
coffee
to.
would have done it.
They didn't think the scene in the beginning of the movie was enough for us to really understand Dudley's character. So here's this
We
really
put it
funny
like
porn
4
one.
or 5 more times
Yeah.
throughout the fucking movie.
Did he spill the coffee on there on purpose, or was it an accident?
Can't
I
tell.
It looked
didn't
like
know.
an
Can't
accident.
tell.
It was not intentional.
It's accident.
So
Okay.
it would have been funnier to me if he was just like, screw it, and intentionally did it to
Yeah.
shut it
Yeah.
off. But it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, he's a goof. He spilled
Yeah,
coffee on it.
His hand bumped it in his panic.
Ah. God. Okay.
Uh,
Let's move on. We cut to
Please.
Woody, who's played by John Travolta, and he's talking to a lawyer about how he's going broke in the divorce with his wife because he also hates women. And he yells at
His
him.
wife was
Now this is
smart.
burned into my memory. Him yelling at the neighborhood kid. Matt, I know it's burned into yours too because you and me are the ones who watched it 50 times together. Him scream. Now
Yelled
that
at
scene,
Toby.
I'm still good with that scene. That scene was still funny of him having a little
It's
tantrum.
actually
I'm
really
good with
funny.
that.
Yeah, that
That
was
was very fun. I honestly, it was good whiplash going from him talking to what sounded almost like an agent on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To then
Yeah.
stepping outside.
Yeah.
Like a 10-year-old.
It's a 10-year-old. Yeah.
Can we go over the fact that his name is Woody, so that every time Tim Allen says Woody, I just see
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
That
weird
That was
choice that
absolutely-
was. What the
That was
hell?
on purpose.
Yeah.
there's
I
no
believe
way.
that was on purpose.
Yeah.
They were trying to like subliminal messaging. This is actually Toy Story. You like Toy Story?
It's gonna make you feel something.
Register it until the first time that Tim Allen like raises his voice and he's like, "Come on, Woody," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, what's
Whoa.
happening?"
What movie am I watching?
Yeah.
We then go to we cut to a scene where Doug is being super insecure about getting older, and his son doesn't want to play basketball with him. I wouldn't want to play basketball with Tim Allen either. And then they ride together, and Dudley falls off his bike again, and then they go to a bar, and they make a joke about Dudley smelling Woody's neck.
So, it smells incredible.
It just
Yeah, what was the line? It's like a mix of cowboy and
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
what was it?
Not paying attention.
It's like cedary musk and cowboy. I think that's what.
Yeah.
So I think we have to go back real quick though, because back to the son not wanting to play basketball with Tim Allen, his dad. He doesn't want to play basketball with
It's
his
just
dad.
Tim Allen. It's not even his
What's
dad.
just Tim Allen in general? Not even his dad in the movie, just Tim Allen. He fucking hates
Yeah,
the guy.
The kid actor's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I fucking hate
Supposed
Home
to say,
Improvement.
Yes, that was scripted.
Yeah. But he gets a call from his bud, who's like, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna go play with my friend and his dad. We're gonna shoot basketball with his dad." And Tim Allen's like, "Ouch." And so it's like, okay, yeah, okay, I get it, Tim Allen. You're pretty upset. I'd be upset too if my bitch son wanted to
Right.
play basketball with a neighbor kid's dad instead of me, you know?
It was weird and like very like you can see the script where it's like, why would you be like, I'm gonna go play ball with my friend and his dad? Why wouldn't you just say I'm gonna go ball with my friend, right?
yeah.
Like that's
Right.
weird. Yeah.
That's weird.
Because that part I can get behind of like, oh, he didn't think I'm cool. Like, it's an obvious thing.
Right.
But it's like, but we've already established his son likes him. And his son is pretty
Yeah.
cool with him. It's
His
not like
son is cool.
It's not like we're watching Grown Ups and they fucking hate their dad.
Yeah.
Grown
Grown
ups.
up
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah.
So it's just like another thing to make Doug insecure that he's old. Essentially, it's but I don't know.
I don't
This
want
is
you
when
to
he
break
goes
it
on a
in,
meltdown
man.
and he.
Oh, we'll get
Yeah,
there. We'll
yeah.
get there.
Okay, cool.
In the bar though, Woody says that they should go on a road trip. Dudley says yes, and then Doug and Bobby say no. And that's where we leave it until we go to Doug's house, and then
Wait.
Yeah.
Did you recognize the guy that talked to them?
they did. The other
Yes.
two,
The
I did
American
not.
Chopper
Yeah,
guy.
Yes.
and his son.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I mean, it makes sense for the movie, but I was like, kind of weird because the character is inconsequential.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have a speaking?
Luke, I know
line?
for a fact that you don't know who that person is.
Literally, I saw him and I was like, oh yeah, no, they were on TV. They're actors. Okay, that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
I remember.
Talk about
I
a
remember
toxic.
like watching the TV show. Like it was on in the background. I didn't specifically like turn it on to watch it, but it would be on. And I remember like all the drama that would happen, and like there are memes on the internet nowadays,
Yeah.
especially on Reddit. But just yeah, like the juxtaposition, like the father-son relationship there was very interesting. Considering, yeah, you immediately go to the bar where you have another father-son relationship that apparently is working despite it not working on television.
Yeah, I think it would have been an easy joke, I guess, to have them also fighting as
Right.
father and son in there.
Yeah.
But it would be even funnier if they were like super, like way too like weird and loving with each other, and they didn't do either. They were just there.
They're just there.
Like it's the
They
worst
just
of both
exist.
worlds.
They could have been on either side of the metronome, and they chose
No,
neither.
just right in the middle. Yeah.
And I put dinner scene at Doug's house with an exclamation point.
Mm.
This part is ingrained to my memory, and
Me too.
he's so mad about having to eat healthy. After Woody talks about how there has been wannabe washed up losers, right? Luke?
Yes.
Yes,
Correct.
and he has what can only be described as a complete mental breakdown. He starts drinking gravy and eats a stick of butter.
A stick of butter.
That-
which
Like
he
a
says the
banana.
French, he says the French do it though.
Well, okay, this is where I wanted to
Okay.
bring up. He said the French know what they're doing with food, even though they've never won a major battle. And
Oh, how did that?
I was like,
I didn't
What
even hear that.
correlation?
Yeah.
that feels like Tim Allen ad-libbing because all he can think about is World War II.
I got so stuck on the do French eat butter that I completely missed.
Yeah, I
the
just
scene.
missed it. Do they eat
Nobody-
butter? They don't eat butter. They don't
Nobody-
have butter in France.
Nobody should eat butter like a banana. You
I
just
was
shouldn't
like,
do
no.
it.
I was like, they're doing so many better things with butter, like croissants, like
Yeah.
light, fluffy, good. Yeah. Why would they have to eat it off the stick?
The
It was
consistency
just
of the
in
butter.
France.
Yeah, it was so gross.
Also
looking.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It looked.
Yeah,
it
what?
looked bad. It looked bad for sure.
It looked like a stick of mozzarella, not butter.
It did. Maybe it was.
Probably.
Probably
Yeah.
was.
Well,
I can confirm that French people do not eat butter like that.
you
Oh,
can
you're a
confirm.
resident
confirm.
French
He was just
expert.
there, guys. He knows.
I was in France. I was in France for like, I don't even know how long. I was just there. Never saw a single French person eat butter like that.
When you say I don't know how long, it seems like it could be 3 years when it was
Years.
probably like 2 days.
It was like
And
7
honest.
days. 7,
Okay.
8 days.
And a
I
butter
didn't know the
fueled
specific
super.
days. I was not in France for 3 years.
Because like
Jesus Christ.
Grant was in Japan for a year, so when you
I was,
say
yeah.
when you say for I don't know how long, it makes it seem
Can't
Okay.
say
very
I
ambiguous.
also,
8 days.
living in Japan for a year, never saw a French person eat butter like that.
Wow.
Okay, see,
Not once.
it's proven.
It's just Tim Allen.
Tim Allen has a weird perception of French people.
I think Tim Allen's just into butter.
yeah, that was him ad-libbing.
He's a red-blooded American. He
So,
likes butter.
The
Yes.
gravy and butter seemingly immediately clog his arteries because he's in the hospital, but then they say it's just a panic attack. Don't worry.
Mark, I want to hear your opinion on this. My whole life, I thought he had a heart
Me
attack.
too, me
And
too.
So when I heard
My
panic attack,
brain-
I was like,
My brain broke
What?
because the
Yeah.
way he ate. Of course, it seems
Yeah.
like he had a heart attack, and the whole point is that
Especially
he's
considering
old.
He went from
Yeah.
salad to that.
It seems like they just made it a panic attack, so it's not. So his family would encourage him to go on a road trip, which they wouldn't otherwise.
Right,
So,
right.
but 100%, the Mandela effect of like I thought it was a heart attack my entire life. So when they said it's panic attack, never heard that line before.
the way he reacts when he's like, oh, like that's
That's
like
not
heart
a panic-
attack.
yeah.
That's not a panic
It's
attack,
just-
man.
yeah.
Not
You're not,
even
like-
close.
You don't need panic
You're-
attacks if you're Tim
You're
Allen.
not
You don't do it.
hyperventilating. He's like, like I don't know what was the direction here.
Listen,
Yeah,
he's never
oh.
had a panic attack.
I thought like his wife's like kind of circles around him like she's about to perform the Heimlich too.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I
It's very
legit thought, yeah,
confusing.
either heart attack, either he's choking, some sort of breathing thing. Which like
Right,
after
yeah.
the like panic attack, I was like, oh okay. But I legit thought like, oh yeah, you choked and we had to like pull it out of your throat or something. Like that's
Nope.
immediately what I
Nope.
thought too. Yeah.
This much butter out of your throat.
Yeah.
Sir, I don't know if you know this, but the French don't eat butter this way at all.
Like, well, what does this quack
The,
know?
the doctor's like the French don't eat butter.
It's just like actually my wife is French, so
yeah. So. Yeah.
His family convinces him to go on the trip. The boys meet up and Dudley has an apple tattoo for a reason I missed both times.
because he's a computer guy.
He's a
No
computer guy. He
reason.
loves apples.
He's
so
a
much.
nerd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what nerds do. And they
He
throw their
branded
cell
himself,
phones
so he
and,
gets abandoned.
and break them.
Can I mention what Dudley says?
Go ahead.
He still thinks it's badass, right? And he's
Yeah.
like, if they try to come after me for copyright infringement, I'm gonna say, "What are you gonna do? It's in my skin, bitch." And I thought that was funny.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
Dudley's whole
back
thing is
before-
don't be a nerd because they all dog on him because like they're friends with him, but he's the worst because he's a nerd. That's it. That's it.
nerd.
He's just smart and kind of clumsy, and that's it.
I feel like this is way back before the YouTube copyright bonanza
Oh my goodness.
fiasco that
Yeah.
happened. But still, like, I was not cognizant enough at 9 years old to,
Yeah.
to know if copyright was a big thing at the time. But like,
When did YouTube come out in 2007? Was it the same year as
I
Wild
think
Hogs?
So
Whoa.
It was out. It was out.
I think you're
that's
right.
crazy.
No, I swear it's 2007. Grant, it looked like
Uh,
you're researching.
I think
I
it
was
was
iPhone-
researching YouTube opening date.
Go ahead and pull it up, Jamie.
December 15th, 2005. It had been out for.
Ah.
2005.
Wow.
Maybe I was thinking of the iPhone because that came out in 2007. So it was weird seeing everyone's flip phone right on the cusp of like the iPhone
Yeah.
coming out. Because
Yeah.
Dudley would have had the iPhone, and you know it if
Yeah.
it was filmed.
They
in
couldn't
the
afford
Without a
it. They couldn't
doubt.
afford it on the Wild Hogs budget.
Yeah.
No, they had the Motorola phone instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doug had.
Okay, yeah, there was definitely. I had a bit of nostalgia seeing all of those phones, and also seeing all of those phones explode in a like battery and
Yeah,
operating
all of them.
beautifully. I was like, yes,
Yes.
that is how that happens, and that's how that should happen.
I do enjoy that
Yeah.
Dudley
Piece
is
it back together.
I do enjoy that Dudley is always in on it. Like he's just like whatever the boys are doing, he's a real one. Dudley's a real
all
one
in.
for sure.
Yeah.
None of the rest are. The rest absolutely.
Dudley, forgive the motorcycle pun, but Dudley is ride or die.
Yes,
That one.
quite literally.
We need another tagline. We get a montage of them traveling. Then I just again, this was 10x speed, and I was like, holy fuck, that's a long montage. Because still 10x speed, it takes 3 or 4 seconds to get there. So that's 30 or 40 seconds of footage of just montage of driving.
motorcycle movie,
And then
yeah.
we're at a camping site. They make some jokes about poop in a bag, and
Okay.
That's
Okay.
correct.
continue, Matt.
That was my favorite line of the movie. Was, guys, don't eat this. It's
Yeah.
poop."
That was good.
Any
It's
Boy
funny.
Scouts here to confirm that? Any Boy Scouts here to confirm that like you don't you can't shit in a bag and like hang it up for the bears?
Yeah, will the bears eat it?
Because bears don't eat shit.
I was thinking about that when bears don't eat shit. That depends.
That
Weird. I had heard so because Dudley makes like an environmentally conscious objection beforehand, and I read that as he doesn't want the bears thinking that the bag is full of food to find out that it's full of shit and have torn it open and like make the situation worse and also just like tear the bag up, right?
Right.
But they also rag on him for like not necessarily immediately for being environmentally conscious, but like, hey nerd, shut up.
Yeah, he's the nerd
Don't shit in a
for
bag, that's
yeah.
weird.
Once he says that he doesn't want to bury it too, they're like, just bury it, dude. Just bury it. Just bury a
Why?
plastic bag.
So-
It's fine.
Why not just dig a hole before the bag? Leave the bag out of
That's
the
the
equation.
yeah. That's the point.
That is my question.
I'm all about being environmentally conscious, but yeah, it was a weird choice to instead of going, well, yeah, we're outside and bears shit in the woods to
Yeah.
to plastic bag.
Just make an outhouse. Just just dig a little hole, man. What you doing?
Feed the trees.
Yeah.
Love it.
So
So I think it's safe to say that Dudley's the only liberal there in that whole group.
I think that's
the,
fair.
the most so.
the
if he
most.
gets-
Yeah.
The most
He's
so.
mid at best. Okay. He's
He considers himself a centrist.
yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And
And
he's a
maybe this
fucking
is,
nerd
like-
for it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate
He's
him.
a nerd for it, but like is also the most accident prone and seems to be like the most headspacey. Like it's very if this isn't a window into the director's philosophy
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
into nerds. That's how it is.
nerds, into liberals.
We
Weird soy boys.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt the environment with my poop, so
Yeah.
I put it in a plastic bag. Like, no.
Isn't that what they're like,
Yeah,
guys? Am
yeah.
I right?
Am I
So after after the jokes about poop in a bag, okay, moving on from poop in a bag.
After
They talk about how they hate their lives,
Yes.
and
Lives
that like they
quickly,
reminisce
actually.
about the old days, but the way they do it is like, God, I hate that I have a great job as a dentist, and I have a loving wife who supports me and cares about my health, and this stupid kid that like actually kind of likes me, but sometimes doesn't want to hang out with me. God, my life fucking sucks now. And that's just like the whole vibe. It's like everything seems great in Doug's life, so I don't understand any of his motivations to go do this. Like maybe go take a trip, but like the way that he's acting is like, dude, this guy sucks. I fucking hate Doug.
It's because he's no longer the Golden Knight,
That's true.
Golden Knight.
which is a terrible nickname. They should have worked on the script a little longer on that one.
Who approved that one?
Yeah.
Tim Allen.
It's also-
Tim Allen. It was in his contract. I have to be called the Golden Knight.
If they don't call me the Golden Knight, I walk.
The script, my lines specifically have to be labeled the Golden Knight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I,
Sorry.
I did think in context, like thinking 2025, like yes, I might never own a home or have a job that pays enough. Like Tim Allen, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay,
Correct.
Thinking about it, I was
Fucking-
taking it out of that context, I was like, oh wait, but this is in the past, maybe it wouldn't be as bad. And then I remembered it's 2008.
It's
The
the
same
housing
thing
bubble
happened.
just popped. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah.
my guy's the
No,
only one that
what
doesn't
are
have a
you talking
subprime
about?
mortgage.
Yeah,
you,
right.
you have a house that if you're mortgaging, you could afford, and if you own it, you own it. What are you talking about?
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely rich people not understanding. like what it's like. So
Yeah.
it's like, man, my life sucks. And he has like the most beautiful house, like the biggest house.
It's
One's
so nice.
It's crazy. So, okay. They accidentally set the tent on
Medical
fire.
bills. Sorry.
Yeah.
They set the tent on fire, and then they wake up on a mattress, except Bobby, who's on the ground, and we meet the officer in this scene. We simultaneously
homophobia
get
incarnate.
like the butt of like
Yes.
a bunch of gay homophobic jokes, while he's simultaneously my favorite character.
Yeah.
It's a weird
Of all the
relationship I have with
characters
this
in
guy
this
because I'm
movie.
like, I hate what they're doing in the movie, but I love this guy.
He's objectively my favorite, aside from me loving the actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
John McGinty, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's great.
I'm like, this is yes, all of this is my favorite.
He's my favorite
A
character
little
for the
weird.
wrong reasons that the
Yeah.
movie is trying to make it seem.
He comes on a little strong, and that's intentional, but also yes.
Yeah.
Like when he was walking away from their camp and then just kind of like rubbed his hand on the bike and then licked it. What is that? That was definitely his choice in the moment.
100%.
Effectively, it hurts no one. It creeps everybody out, but it hurts nobody.
Hurts
Like,
nobody. Yeah.
He's whiffing. He's getting a whiff of Woody. He's getting a whiff
What's
of
his neck, dude? Okay, so you know what we haven't had in a while, and we need another one of a
What is
montage of traveling.
Montage.
Oh yes.
Oh! Before we go anywhere, though, I just want to say they make serious progress in like 24
Yes.
hours,
Yeah,
and
they
not
do.
even 24 hours of riding bikes. They go across the fucking country. They're in Ohio,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
They go all the way to New Mexico in like 8 hours of like drive time.
That's
Somehow,
crazy.
some fucking way.
Yeah,
What type of
I-
hyperspeed bike are they on?
I think it cut from Missouri to New Mexico, and then they were there.
Yeah. Like,
Nobody cares
where did
about that part of
Texas
the
go?
country. Just skip it. Yeah, just skip it.
There's nothing
Nobody
there.
cares. Nobody
There's
cares.
nothing
Move on.
there.
for like 2 days in Texas.
New Mexico is
my guy.
basically
Come on.
Texas anyway. No one's gonna know the difference.
The biggest thing I got from this montage is Dudley is pooping in a bag, and they stop to let Bobby poop in somebody else's RV.
They
Which-
do.
Made me think,
How'd
like,
that
how do
even
you
happen?
flag them
Yeah,
down?
how'd
You're
that
like,
happen?
how do
Can
you
I poop in
indicate,
your-
like, gotta shit, can I stop? Like, I don't
He's got
know.
his own PP roll that he's like
Yeah, he's
stringing behind him. Like, how?
No? Yeah.
I imagine them like pulling up on motorcycles like a Fast and Furious movie, like all around them, and start quartering them off the roads just so he can poop in it. They held him hostage.
Like
for
beginning
it.
of Cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so after we have the montage, we have the waterfall scene,
Oh yes.
where Dudley convinces
Wait,
them. What's up?
Again, I was gonna say, which again, somehow the cop is beyond state lines. He's like the America cop.
He followed
I
him. Yeah.
Never put
He
that
escorted them.
together.
He's America cop.
Yeah.
He's in Ohio at first, watching them sleep, sniffing Woody's bike. Goes all the way to fucking Missouri or New Mexico or wherever the fuck they're staying again. This next scene, and just shows the fuck up.
Dude,
What
he's
is this guy
He's
doing?
chasing love.
something, the long arm of the law.
One of the things that I noticed during this scene was, that they're middle-aged men because they went skinny dipping and still wore their watches.
Oh, my
Oh,
god,
that's-
that is
yeah.
like,
Did not notice that. Did not notice that.
oh, Matt. I
watch
give
his
you credit.
watches
That's
is-
really bad. Like that. That's
Yeah.
like
Good
the
cat.
biggest ick I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay. I'm gonna go quickly through this scene. There's a waterfall,
What's wrong
and
with it?
Yeah.
Dudley convinces them to skinny dip. Doug misses being wild and free, so he does it. Bobby agrees, and Woody pushes back because he's so insecure about his sexuality towards Dudley, and a family, and then a whole family comes, and they get in the water, and they try to tell him to go away, and they should have just like yelled what was happening. Like, to be honest,
should have.
get them out of the water. Like, Jesus Christ. The dad is like, "Oh, you guys are looking for crawfish," so he goes underwater and looks for crawfish.
Finds one.
Instead, he grabs Woody's peen and tells the kids to get out. Yeah.
Yeah, the speed with which the dad gets out
Yeah.
is kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I understand the kid getting the kids out, but why does the dad
He
have to be
touched
in
somebody
such a
else's
panic?
penis, okay? He's so worried about looking gay, he
He's
has to
allergic
get
to
out of the
the
water.
hospital. Yeah.
I do think this awakens something in Woody though.
I think
I
so.
think so too. Because
It doesn't
right
pay
after
off.
It's like when they meet the Del Fuegos and he's like
Yes.
weird stone face.
yeah.
Do you think he's still thinking about that and like how it affected
Yeah, he's
him?
like,
He's
how,
like,
I
I don't know. Yeah.
I have a power.
Yeah. He's
So the family leaves and the officer shows up and he's already naked and he is jacked, guys. This guy's back is jacked.
he's America cop.
He's
You
a-
have to
yeah,
be
he's-
America cop.
I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he I never put together that they're even traveling, like how far they traveled and that he followed them. Anyway, he jumps in naked and he closes his eyes to play Marco Polo and they run away. They literally run away. So
I will say, Cop kept both of his hands above the surface of the water, so
He did.
like clean
was
game
playing
of
fair.
Marco
Yeah,
Polo.
had some boundaries.
Yeah.
He's playing fair. Yeah.
dude, he just wants to
He
be.
wasn't looking
He's
for
like,
any
this is
wants to
problems.
be
for
friends
me.
with him.
Yeah, he wants to.
We
I do want to
He was,
say
but
that
he wasn't. He was doing it respectfully.
He's doing it respectfully.
this is the last time we see the fucking America cop too. By the way,
okay,
It's
so
weird.
except in the alternate ending.
Except
Oh,
in
yeah.
the
really?
end.
Yeah,
Thank you
we'll get
for
to that.
saying
We'll
that.
get to that.
That makes more sense because
Yes.
it doesn't make sense to bring him back a second time if you're not gonna like wrap that
Yes,
up at the
yep.
end somehow.
Right.
But also, he
Yeah.
comes back within 10 minutes of his first appearance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
so weird.
Rule of
Why
threes.
wouldn't he show up in the chili
Yeah.
festival? And it's because they make a joke at the end, and he's in it in the alternate
Got it.
ending, which all three of us agreed was a better ending.
Yes.
So
I can't wait to hear what this is. 'cause
We'll
I
get
have no
there.
idea what the
We'll get
alternate
there.
ending is.
it's honestly anticlimactic. It's still
Well-
anticlimactic, but it is a better
The
ending.
regular one wasn't.
yeah,
I mean,
they all hit
Yeah.
a
It
he destroyed
surfboard.
someone's like $1,000 surfboard.
The surfboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
We get another
We'll get there
montage
when we
of
get there.
traveling, and one of them peeing on another one's shoe,
Mhm.
and then they make it to a biker bar.
I had shared an anecdote that my stepfather would ride with a bunch of buddies before they were middle-aged. He's middle-aged now, but when they were, 20 in their 20s, and because I think it was Dudley peeing on Woody's shoe.
I have no
sure.
That would make
earthly
sense.
idea.
Maybe.
I think
That
that's what it
makes
is.
sense.
The order I didn't pay. It's montage.
They're all
Order didn't matter.
interchangeable to me.
But it was definitely Dudley peeing on someone else's shoe, and we'll just say it's Woody. Woody like lifts his shoe, and instead of like pushing Dudley away or doing anything that might be construed as more masculine or aggressive, he just like wipes his shoe on the back of Dudley's pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the anecdote that I had shared was, oh, my stepfather, who rode with a bunch of guys on Harleys and rode cross country regularly, if something like that had happened, I know exactly how that would have played out. And it would have resulted in the guy who peed on the other guy's shoe wound up face down in his own puddle of piss because somebody had booted him in the back.
Yeah, that sounds more.
Yeah.
More. Yeah.
Like, that's how that would have gone down. What is this?
Also,
and
these four guys would not be peeing right next to each other. They're so insecure about seeing each
Right.
other's penises.
No
They'd
way.
have 10 feet of
No
distance.
way.
between
They
each
had
other.
to
Turned
convince
around.
Woody
Yeah.
to skinny dip
Turns,
for like,
walking
but
in
now
the woods 10
now
feet.
they're just good pissing next to each
Yeah.
other. So
We
Whatever.
skinny
Now we've
dip.
all seen each other's.
I had my crawfish caught. We're all good.
yeah, right.
Broken barriers.
We get to the biker bar where Ray Liotta is there
Yes.
as a huge character.
He's my favorite
I-
B movie character.
I was gonna say, I actually think he does a very good job. As a kid, I was so scared.
Yes,
of him.
actually,
I would've
yes.
been very
Yeah,
scared.
actually, yes.
Yeah.
It's all the
I-
tattoos they
I-
gave him. Oh, so scary.
I'm
Yes,
always so
what it is.
confused by Ray Liotta, especially in this movie, just because he's so pretty.
Yeah.
he's so pretty, and yet he's so menacing.
Well, they purposely like gave him tattoos, but stopped right here. Not the moneymaker. Like,
Right, not the
er-
moneymaker.
so pretty, and then they're like tattoos. He's a bad guy. So this is to show the bad side of the biker life. Is basically this gang, which is essentially Hell's Angels, like their portrayal of Hell's Angels.
Del Fuegos
Um,
Which translates to of the fires.
of the fires.
Yes.
He calls them posers and tells them to leave. And then he tricks Dudley into giving him his bike.
Dudley, yeah.
And then the
Dudley,
Hogs leave.
who's legit just trying to talk shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
He tricks and like singles out and is like, "Oh, forget you. This is your
This guy
bike."
wears glasses. He's a nerd. I'm gonna go
He was
after
being
him.
so
He's
nice.
the only one
like,
with a tattoo and actually knows what you're talking about with bikes.
I
How dare you.
love Dudley in this scene. Like, Dudley's just being kind. And I don't
Yeah.
know what Woody's doing with the face thing.
He's just-
It's
I
not
don't know.
funny to me,
Does
so it
anyone?
just keeps
No.
doing it, and it pisses me off. 'Cause
It's
just
fun to
not
John
funny.
Travolta.
He's trying to
What?
roll for intimidation. It's not going
I
well.
can't tell if it's
Not.
a John Travolta thing. I feel like it's a direction thing because that behind the scenes
Yeah.
where we saw him talking and he looked like he was in a yearbook photo and he had the Oh my god, is that
That was
Deku?
weird.
I've never seen
That is
Deku
Deku.
ever.
That's my cat.
He always hides when we're
hello.
over.
Really?
Oh my god. Okay, sorry, I've never seen him. um, I have no John Travolta.
John
He
Travolta.
had he looked like he was in yearbook taking yearbook photo because they had like that background that we always had at our school, like the gray, dark gray to light gray, like
amorphous
mixed,
gray
yeah.
blob.
And he
Yeah.
had a turtleneck on, and he was being so soft spoken behind the scenes, where all the and it was like a different location, and the other guys were like, "Yeah, it's so
Oh,
cool."
wow.
So I was like, is it John Travolta's fault? Like, I don't know, because it doesn't seem like he wants to be here. Seems like more of a
That's-
It was-
direction.
It was weird. It honestly felt like John Travolta being in that with a turtleneck, seemingly looked like he was getting his yearbook photo taken, like you said. It honestly felt like he was on like inside the actor's studio, and it's like,
For Wild Hogs.
bro, for Wild Hogs,
Yeah.
yeah.
you're taking it a little too seriously.
So like I
Yeah,
feel like
right.
Tim Allen's just being Tim Allen, but I can't tell if any of John Travolta's stuff is his fault or just direction. Because
Do you think on that day he was just absolutely fed up with Tim Allen and he's like,
That's
I'm
what it
doing
is.
no
That's what it
acting
is.
in this scene. I'm staring straight ahead.
there is
And not saying a word.
one scene
Yeah.
later where I like John Travolta, and it looks like it's just him being him. And there's a scene
Is it-
I just don't know. Is John Travolta like problematic?
Is he
Or
a
people just don't like him?
Scientologist or no?
Oh yeah, I think he is. Let's look it
I
up.
think he's a Scientologist, so that's not great. Other than that, I have no idea.
Oh yeah,
Um,
decades of controversy.
Okay, we don't need to get into it. Anyway,
Ooh.
um,
Can I
To answer
have
yes.
one more thing?
Scientology question, yes.
Not about his philosophy.
Okay.
I think it's kind of well known at this point that he wore a hairpiece for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
He's just comfortable being bald now.
Yeah.
But knowing that he used to, and like looking back at some of his old movies, I was like, that's not your
For sure.
hair. Just be bald, man.
he looks so
that guy-
good bald.
Yeah.
Like he
looks great bald.
looks
Yeah, I don't-
fantastic bald. That first
It's just-
image that came out of him bald, I was like, he's actually still got it, guys.
yeah.
He's still got it. Okay.
John Travolta has a face that regularly perplexes me, also because it's pretty, but in a almost like uncanny valley kind of way.
I
That
understand.
is
He's
very
kind of built
accurate.
weird. He's kind of built kind of weird.
Like he's
like a tank,
he's
almost.
objectively like
yeah,
he's
like a
actor.
tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know who's like a
He-
tank?
he's
Who, you know
built
who
like a
is a
tank.
tank? Christopher Reeve in Superman 3 that Luke and I watched.
Yes.
In
Oh
Superman
my
3,
God.
he is bulked
His shirt
out of
is
his
gonna rip.
mind.
Yeah.
Every scene, I'm like, and it's not in 1, 2, or 4. Like he's muscular,
Only
but
3.
3, he's a freaking tank. Oh my god. Okay,
I gotta pull this up.
look at Christopher
Yeah, look
Reeve
at
in
that.
Superman
Research.
3.
Google Christopher Reeve
Tank.
tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on while Cameron looks
Alright.
it up. He's doing the weird face thing, but then okay, so Ray Liotta, I have no idea what his character's name is. Do any of you guys know?
Wow.
Not a
I-
clue.
Ray
I
Liotta
really like
steals Woody steals Dudley's bike, and so they leave. But then when they're leaving, Woody's like, "I'm not having any of this. I can't let these other men bully us. I got to go stand up to them." So he walks back, which confused me at first. But I guess to not make noise, he could have driven at least a little bit and quietly. I feel like, but whatever.
Well, it's because he needed to get Dudley's bike.
Yes. Oh,
That's,
that's
right,
a good
yeah.
point, Luke.
Yeah.
Just-
Ray Liotta's
not paying attention
name-
at all.
Ray Liotta's name in that in Wild Hogs is Jack Blade.
Oh, of course it is.
They do not call him that
Oh,
one.
Blade.
You cannot
Wow.
tell me they called him that one. So
No.
they
They
didn't.
called him Jack.
Never.
Okay.
You know,
Jack
you
Blade.
don't learn
Not
that
Blade.
that's his last name until the very end because he keeps
Yes.
talking about the older guy whose name is something Blade,
You're right.
That's
Right.
and you don't learn that he's his son until the end.
Right.
Yep.
right.
Yeah. Right.
Plot
right.
twist.
Yeah, there's a lot
Um,
of this shit that I do not remember. Apparently, I
uh,
watched
he-
the movie yesterday.
Well, he gets. We weren't watching. We get back to the bar and he cuts all their gas lines and steals the bike. This confused me as a kid because I thought they were the brake lines, so I didn't understand why it exploded. I realize now they're gas lines.
Arguably would have been worse.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. And then they drive past the bar because that's the way they were gonna go. They're heading back because Ray Liotta told them to. So now they're driving past, and Dudley's actually waving like, "Hey, thanks for changing your mind," because this is a thing that comes back later. Woody tells him that he just had a talk with them and they changed their mind. Why any
well,
of them
he pulled
believe that, I
the-
don't know.
But it's funny. He thought it sounded badass to pull the rich asshole thing of
I
saying,
know.
"I'm gonna sue you
Yeah.
into oblivion."
Instead
Like,
of
okay.
what he
Yeah.
did, which in the context of the movie, they would think that was cooler because their whole thing is being bad boys, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would be the opposite, where he would have pulled the rich asshole, but he would be like, "Guys, I cut all their gas lines. It was the craziest thing of all time," and they would have thought it was
right.
awesome. Except for Doug.
Also, if
So-
you're threatening a bar full of bikers who have already threatened bodily harm to you,
Mhm.
what makes you think that threatening a lawsuit is going to stop them from just digging a ditch?
Yeah.
True.
Right? Like,
We're gonna make you
Like-
dig your own grave.
right, yeah.
He also got out of there driving the bike scot free. He could just stole the bike back.
Could have been.
Been totally fine with
They
it.
would have been fine.
Been totally fine.
I think that he did it because he knew they had to go back the other way,
The
and
other
they were
way,
gonna
yeah.
come after him. So he's like, "Okay, make their bikes inoperable." I don't think he was meaning to like.
I guess.
I
I'm
mean-
overthinking it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, this happens. So all the biker gang is trying to drive away, but then Ray Liotta drops the cigarette when their motorcycles don't go off, and the entire bar explodes. And then Woody is now super stressed for the rest of the movie that they're gonna die.
I might have
So-
killed some dudes. Worse than that, I exploded their bar.
He, as far as we know, he thinks he murdered all those people.
Yeah.
I think it's canon that he did think that he thinks that he like murdered everyone. I think it's canon.
His stress is going to prison and thinking that they're dead, not actually that they're gonna come back and get him.
But to
That's
be
head
honest
canon,
with
at least
you-
to me.
Yeah, at least one
if he
person's still in the
found out-
barn died for sure.
For sure.
Oh, 100%.
Everybody's out. Come
Without
Every
a
single person
doubt.
right now. The Wild Hogs drove by, guys. Everyone get outside.
They kicked the hornet's nest. We're all going to attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to say, like, where do these bikers sleep? Because we'll
At the
get to
bar.
another scene. I
Oh,
think
yes,
they
we're
live
talking-
at the
yes.
bar. I
They
think
have
they live at the fucking bar. Because where the fuck is the next city or town, which is where they eventually end up at? But if you see, there's another scene, which Mark, I know you're going to the next scene anyway,
Go ahead.
which there is a beautiful U-Haul product placement that U-Haul paid so much
Yes.
money
Yep.
to be in this movie.
Look how big our trucks are. They cover an entire sign.
Yeah.
Truck leaves, and Woody, number one, okay, so like it's a gas station. Woody's like, "Hey, we need to go, we need to go, we need to go," because he thinks he just murdered like 40 people.
You know.
You know, typical
how you do.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
And so he's like trying to get them to go as quickly as possible. And it's like, they're like, all right, well, fuck it, we won't need gas then. There's going to be a gas station. And there's this beautiful product placement for this U-Haul 25-foot truck. Love that truck, man. I could use that truck.
Move a lot of shit with that.
You move
Yeah.
a lot of shit with that truck.
It's
Weird association with you all.
But it's like that uncomfortably long scene of that U-Haul's there. And then it says 200 miles to the next gas station.
Yeah.
So to me, that means they're 200 miles from the next fucking town.
Yeah.
Right.
Where the
That's-
fuck do these bikers leave?
They don't.
Where do they
That's
live?
where that was their housing. He blew up their housing.
I think if I'm on the biker side on this point, like
My
he blew up their living conditions.
my understanding, well, what I'm getting from this movie is that the biker gang are evil people, portrayed as evil people. All they do is wreak havoc, and then they go back to the bar and they drink until all 40 of them pass out. So that's where they sleep every night because they're drinking to pass out every night in the bar. So that's their housing, but they never change clothes or shower.
What you don't see
'Cause they're
too is
bikers.
yeah, you don't see the room in the back where they have 20 bunk beds.
Yeah.
They've actually just
They
got
take turns.
one big air mattress.
Yeah, yeah.
They all huddle up on.
It's like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory situation, but for 20 people instead of 4.
Okay, we get to the next town, and this is where we meet Marissa Tomei's character Maggie.
I forgot she was in this movie. I was a
Yeah,
little
my
gooped. I
brain-
was like,
yeah,
what are you
my
doing
brain.
here? Yeah.
You're better than this.
Yeah.
She's the only
My cousin Vinny was not that long before this. What do you do?
she's the only female character that's not portrayed like absolutely horribly, in my opinion. Because she's just there, she's working, and she's horny as fuck. That's what
Yep.
it is, and good for her.
Specifically
That's
for
it.
Dudley.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm here
Just
for it.
Dudley.
Um,
Not the fucking tank guy. Not John Travolta, who's built like a.
Why would you?
Abraham
Would not
tank.
be. No, I'm
Dudley's
here for Marissa Tomei's
Because
character.
he's still
for sure.
technically taken. They aren't divorced yet. You can't.
Oh,
you
you're
can't
right.
You can't do
soon
that.
to be divorcee.
Not allowed.
That's
No,
true.
It's 2008.
I love how you've said 2008 every time, and it's definitely 2007.
You're giving it too much credit.
It's
Grant,
definitely
By the time
2007.
this movie becomes relevant, it's 2008.
That's fair.
That's my.
Does it
headcanon.
ever become
Yeah.
relevant?
No.
This movie made
Okay,
a lot of
so-
money.
That's
I
true.
actually just looked this up. It made $253,625,427 in the box office. That's how much it grossed. That's insane.
Well, what's the budget? Do you guess? It can't be that high
Uh,
budget.
No. Well,
Okay.
they do have 4 people who are like
They have two
the
more
whole
big name
thing
actors,
was
right?
like a star-studded
kidding me?
cast. That's probably
Yeah.
why it sold anyway,
And Ray Liotta and Marissa Tomei. That's crazy.
which is
Would you
wild.
like to know how much the budget was?
Yes, please.
Let's take guesses.
Let's take guesses, yeah.
And this was probably filmed in 2006.
2008 money.
Well, 2000.
Yeah.
now you're 2
God
years
damn
off.
it.
2006. That
Okay.
film.
I'm gonna say this was a $16.5 million movie.
All right. I have the number up here. I need everyone's guess.
50 million.
30 million.
Grant, do you have it up already?
I already have it up.
Okay, so do I. Okay, so I'll let you take how much it made, or how much it cost.
Oh, I'm saying it. 60 million. 60
60 for a comedy
60.
movie
I was the closest.
for a comedy movie.
in 2006 when they made it.
In
Grant?
2006.
Thank you.
Let's adjust that for inflation now.
Yeah.
Dude, stop it.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god, $60 million?
I mean, thinking about it, they didn't really have to. Well, okay, I can't say that they didn't have to build props, but like, how much do you think they actually had to spend on like location? Because my
Not a
guess
lot.
is not a lot.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they purposely
And-
set it in like a small town that they could just build stuff out of like drywood.
Facade.
Yeah.
And probably like rent out a restaurant or two.
Yeah.
Later on.
It's all for John Travolta and Tim Allen's
all
contracts.
cast.
100%. Yeah.
It's all
Wow.
cast.
Tim Allen
I
got
think so too.
Tim Allen got
Well-
75% of that.
Cast.
He was hot off of Home
training,
Improvement, guys.
Like cast training, so they actually learned how to, ride motorcycles, not kill themselves.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Cast training. What was the third thing? But yeah, cast and training. Oh,
Not
and the
for comedy
motorcycles.
writers.
Yeah, not for
I
comedy
feel-
writers.
Definitely not.
And Tim Allen was
So-
just hot off the Santa Claus 3. I wouldn't.
That was
expect
that was a
anyone else
trailer
to
Yeah.
hot
before this
ticket.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a hot commodity, man.
Yeah.
Santa
Um,
Claus 3?
Oh, I forgot to mention one of my favorite part of this movie was the ad before the movie where it said piracy is not a victimless
Yes.
crime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
We love
That spawned a whole conversation.
That started a
for-
whole
yeah.
thing. We don't need to get all into that right now.
I think I'd specifically said if buying is an ownership, then piracy isn't stealing.
There's a whole thing in the video game stuff going on too.
Yeah, we
there's
can
a
go right into
whole
that.
thing. There's a whole thing. Well, I'm moving on to the Chili Festival.
Hold on. Before we go,
inflation.
one last thing. inflation.
Yeah.
If we take $60,000 in 2006 and
60,000 or
adjust
60
it for
million?
inflation, 60,000. Oh shit, you're right. 60 fucking million.
Just so off.
If we
I,
take
Holy
$60,000,
I want to see the version of this made with $60,000.
they get rid of the motorcycles. It's all bikes. It's a tour
Yeah.
de force.
Do you need to
I
rework
actually
it
run
again, or do
into
you have it?
a gang, a bicycle gang,
I got it up.
Of 12-year-olds that beat
of
them
12-year-olds that
Yeah.
harass them
Yeah.
verbally
Yeah.
to the point of tears,
up. Yeah.
and then steal their
So-
bikes.
Adjusted $60 million, adjusted for inflation, is $95,918,091.99. In what fucking world
That's
is
insane.
that worth
Wild
For a
Hogs,
buddy-
guys. Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs movie where they're
Wild
going
Hogs.
across the country?
Again,
I think it's the hyperbikes.
again, 14% on Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes. That's what you get for that money.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
You get to pay for a whole 14%. Okay, let's go on to the Chili Festival.
Oh,
I do really like that the chef just walks in once he realizes they're not part of the other biker gang. He's like, "You guys here for the Chili Festival?" Pretty good. Pretty good. Do you guys remember that actor in Community?
It's Stephen
Community.
Tobolowsky, of course.
Yes. Do you remember him teaching
What's
the class of Who's the
Community?
Boss?
Yes. Who was the boss?
Um,
It was Angela.
Angela's the boss. Yes.
Oh, yes.
There's
I
a whole
remember.
thing about Angela. Angela was the boss.
Wasn't he in Freaky Friday? Wasn't he the
Yes,
teacher?
yes, he was.
And also, I watched Californication, and he was in that too.
Ah.
I like him. He's a good actor.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's see. They say that they're gonna stay, and I guess the Chili Festival's that day, and they say that they're gonna spend the night. It seems like it's that day. They decide to spend the night despite Woody's protests. Then we cut to a festival where a man is singing songs like You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me," and a bunch of other songs that the filmmakers don't think a man should sing. So they cut to it no less than 6 times of him singing different songs that the director's like,
He sings
a man,
until-
it'd be really funny if a man sang this.
Do we know who that guy was?
Not at all.
No.
Do we know where he
Oh.
is now?
He gave
he
the
okay?
performances all, but
Hopefully on the
He
Las
did.
Vegas Strip. Yeah.
but like just they cut to it so many times because you could tell the director found it so funny that he was singing "Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me." Like,
You know what?
oh,
For
God.
me, it came back around, and they did it so many times that I was
That you
laughing
got
every
back on
time
board.
they did it because it was like we're going back to it
Recurring
again.
I don't think that they thought it was funny how many times that to them that wasn't the joke.
Yeah.
The joke was, oh, it's so funny he's singing these songs. We got to keep showing the audience this because they are gonna forget to laugh if we don't show them.
Why was there a
Key
drum
jingle.
kit up there if it was only going to be him performing a cappella the whole time?
That's a great
He was
point.
performing between bands. They had other
that's what
bands
it was.
there.
This guy better be paid overtime too, because he starts when the sun is very up
No,
in the
I was
sky,
gonna say,
and it
and
is
then
down
it is
when he
dark.
is still going.
Yeah.
Before
Part of my headcanon is that guy was actually part of the B reel, but like everybody got such a kick out of it,
Yeah.
and maybe
Probably.
they
Now,
couldn't get
if
the
that's-
royalties
if that's
for the
the
other
case-
bands playing.
if that's the case where this guy just like stole the show,
Yeah.
the vibe I get is like, oh, it's so funny that he's singing these girly songs. That's my
This
vibe from
man-
the rest of the movie coming to this.
This man will never recover his masculinity.
That's what it is. That's why it's
Yeah.
funny.
Jesus. I was just thinking about, I think one of the biggest costs of this movie was licensing all the
Oh
music.
my god, you're
Yeah.
right.
I'm just
Yeah,
thinking
you're
about
right.
Yeah.
just the songs he sings. Like,
I
that's
got it.
crazy.
Matt, that reminded me. I have to go back.
You have to
When
back.
when he cuts the gas lines, it's a really famous song.
Oh.
What song?
Wanted Dead or Alive.
Wanted Dead or
Wild.
Alive.
Yeah.
But the
God,
needle
yes.
drop is just him sneaking to the bike, and it's so anticlimactic. Of like, it's like, all right, and he just like, it's like not intense at all. It's so jarring.
That guy crouching with pliers.
That should be the most crazy needle drop of something happening,
Yeah.
like the explosion. Like if they did that with the explosion or something,
Right.
but
Yes.
it was just like then him in the same scene, the needle drop happened, and then he just starts walking forward. It's just like
The timing
this
is awful.
sucks.
I know.
This sucks.
Yeah.
Even if they had just like crept up on it, like started playing it soft,
Yes,
and then like John
but they-
Travolta appears, would have been, I think, a little.
They're
bit
just
better.
showing him the
Not
whole
much.
time. It's just it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Matt, I'm glad you know
Not
what I'm
at all.
talking about because it's just not
Oh, I
it.
knew what you were
not
talking
it. Okay. Let's see. This is where we get the bull scene that got a lot of high fives and made us stop paying attention because they made a joke about the bull's testicles being ginormous.
Well, I'll tell you what. Katie wasn't really watching, but she was in the room for that scene and hadn't heard them mention how big the bull's testicles were. And then it came on screen and she went, "Wow, those are some big nuts." And
Hey!
I was like, yeah.
High five.
Yeah. Katie gets high fives all around. They go and smack the bull on its butt, so then it attacks them. Now, do you guys think this is the Bane, or like the beginning of Jackass doing it? Was this before or after Jackass did it?
This was after Jackass
Because
did it.
I think it was,
they did in
yeah.
Jackass 2, I think, originally.
Oh.
And I don't know when
Yeah,
check when
I think
Jackass
those
2
were
came
around the
out.
same time.
I have faith that Johnny Knoxville would have been able to come up with that on his own independently
That's
of
true.
Wild Hogs, but you never
You know he watched this movie.
You know he did.
You know this
Oh,
was
right.
Steve-O's
Wasn't in
favorite.
it.
You know this is Steve-O's favorite movie at some point.
Jackass
some
2 is a
point.
2006 film.
Well,
Okay.
Cameron,
Yeah.
There you go.
okay. Cameron, you need
Yo,
to check
okay,
your
so-
Steve-O book.
I
Steve-O
also
book?
checked. So, yes. So, funny story about this. We'll get back to Wild Hogs in a sec because it's very important.
This is very important.
But
Taking the scenic route now.
taking the scenic route now, and so we just recently did a for like Trinity's birthday party. We did a Taskmaster theme, and the first task was bring your weirdest item, or like most random item that you own. Just so happens the most random item I own is a signed copy of Jackass Superstar Steve-O that I found at Goodwill for like $2.50.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's a steal. That is
That
a
is
steal.
a steal.
I literally, I pulled it out as a joke at Goodwill because we were looking at the books, and I pulled it out as a joke, and I was gonna show my wife because I'm like, dude, this is so funny. Like, why would I ever buy a Steve-O book? I actually like Steve-O. But, like, I was like, why would I ever buy a book? Then I look, I'm like, oh shit, this is signed. I'm buying this. No doubt.
No doubt. That is
No
Because
doubt.
that's
too
one of my
big.
prized book possessions is a signed
You've
Steve-O
mentioned
book.
it to me more than twice, so
At least. At least.
How much he likes
It is. I love this book. I have to read it first, but like, it is so cool.
I haven't even read it, and it's my
You
favorite
love
thing
it. Yeah.
ever.
It's my favorite book.
Okay. All right. They get hit by the bull. Then we cut back to the singing man again, but it's nighttime. Dudley wants to dance with Marissa Tomei, and Woody teaches him how to dance, and is awkward because it's two men.
That's gay. Yep.
Two men.
It's too
But it's
gay.
John Travolta,
That's just
and
too
he knows-
gay
he
for the
knows
movie,
how to
guys.
dance. He knows how to dance.
He does know how to dance. John Travolta does know how to dance, but he can't show another man how to dance. That's way too gay.
No.
Dudley
Well,
turns
it's
on the
also-
Riz officially and swoons Marissa Tomei.
Yes, he has Riz. He's got the Riz.
Mark, did you remember the scene
Yes,
where
I
he
did.
takes his
Yes,
glasses
yes,
apart?
'cause
I
it broke
did
my
not
brain.
remember
That was
yeah.
big. That was
It
good.
broke my brain as a kid. I was like, they were like that the whole time.
What? The whole time.
Keep in mind, this man has been on a motorcycle and has been going 40 plus miles an
Yep.
hour for at least
Yeah.
an extended period of time, and they have not broken.
Yep.
Ever.
He does not
He hasn't been
have
wearing
a
them.
wife to lie to about going 40 miles an hour.
Yeah,
plus.
that is true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. He said he would go 30 miles an hour to nobody in particular.
Yeah.
Dudley in this scene has the most Riz I've ever seen on a screen.
Yeah, that's true.
This guy was the original Rizzler. And it is insane.
Oh no! I
Okay.
don't want to be like Dudley.
Bro was mewing back in 2007.
For other reasons.
they dance, and there's a part where he accidentally like lets go of her, and she bumps into people. And Matt, that is burned into my memory too. I did not watch that with those two yesterday. Never saw that scene, that part. It was
Me
when I was
neither. I know what
scrolling
scene you're
through. I was
talking
like,
about.
oh yes, on the 1.5 speed. I was like, yes,
sprinkler.
that happened.
Yep.
The sprinkler.
Yep.
God, this movie's boring.
For our buddy comedy, it really is.
It's
Yeah,
oh,
right.
God. Okay, we get two members of the biker gang show up and then call the other ones. The Hogs see the bikers, and Bobby is insecure that he didn't confront them and wasn't a big old muscular man like Woody did last time, talking to them about how he's gonna sue them. So then he's like, let me go spray condiments all over them.
That's correct.
Whoa, unprompted. They're just standing there.
So the one tall bald guy, they make a lot of jokes with him about him saying things, not realizing that they sound gay or weird or whatever. There's one thing he says that I remember stuck with me just like my whole life. A guy says this beer tastes like hot piss. And he goes, yeah, when we drink piss, we drink it cold.
Yeah, they
That is
definitely
stuck
do.
in my brain forever.
That's actually a good line.
Yeah, I genuinely think it's funny.
But Bobby just goes up and, like, they're unprompted. Like, say they did settle.
Fault
Say
them.
what he believes happened. They're just standing there. And well, they
just enjoying the
they
festival.
do something to somebody
Or
there.
harassing somebody.
Yeah.
They're harassing the
Oh,
guy.
actually,
who
they-
gave them,
Yes.
they
yes.
gave them warm piss.
Oh, that was that guy.
Right,
Okay.
right, right.
Right.
So he goes and sprays condiments all over them.
Which
And then
we've
knees them in
already
the
established
balls.
that they live in a bar
Yes.
where they're
Yeah, that's
not
true.
bathing and they're not changing their clothes.
And no showers.
This is
Okay.
No showers.
This is the way I wrote it. He didn't confront them last time like he thinks Woody did, so he has to be a man and spray them with condiments. Hilarity ensues.
Well,
And
That's what they're
doesn't-
trying.
you're correct.
Doesn't he knee one of them in the balls? Isn't that one of
Yes.
the ball jokes? Yep.
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
We missed
That was
that.
the other one that we high fived.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did.
So yeah,
I don't
and then there's
remember
another
that.
ball joke with Tim Allen, right, like real close.
Right,
after
immediately
that.
afterwards.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two ball jokes within like 5 minutes of screen
Yep.
time.
Honestly, what more do 40-year-old men love than
Yeah.
balls?
Exactly.
Specifically, balls getting
Exactly.
hit.
Exactly.
Great
Put
point.
that on a t-shirt.
Couldn't agree more. I'm not even middle aged. I couldn't agree more.
Agree more. You're halfway there, Grant.
Oh.
Woody is now
Oh, yeah.
freaking out because the biker gang knows that they're there. Doug then calls his wife and tells her where they are. And then Bobby's wife is also with them, or is with her, and then she hears that it's a road trip, and she gets mad because Bobby never told her that he was on a road trip. We missed that completely. That's why they showed
Plumbing
up.
did.
conference?
We did miss
Yeah.
that completely.
But
Yeah,
it's also
plumbing
like,
conference and cleats.
so-
To his wife.
are we supposed to be rooting for Bobby here and be like, wow, his wife is so naggy. Oh my god. No
That
wonder
is
he
the
didn't
point.
tell her and lied to her
That's-
about where he was.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what they're trying to get across.
God, man.
And
So-
you can tell by the end when she's like understandably mad that he just lied to her face,
Mhm.
and he
course.
basically just goes, "You gotta slow your roll and chill." Essentially,
Yeah.
she goes, "You know what? You're right."
That's it. That's the end.
That's
That's
the
the
end
end.
of their arc.
He took control, and that's what all the movie's all about:
Yes.
taking control back.
You
That's
lied
what
to
it
me,
is.
Yeah.
broke your phone at the very beginning, and somehow I tracked you down through some way. How the fuck did their families track them down?
Because
Tim Allen
the
said
city
where they
in.
were. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Does-
again, they
he
can
doesn't
make it
call
there
his cell
in
phone.
8 hours because they drove.
How did they do
Right.
that? Yeah.
They
made it
drove
there so
and they make it there in
fast.
the morning.
In a
At
minivan.
80
Yeah.
miles an hour with a child in the car.
Yes, they make
Yeah.
it. They make it from Ohio to New Mexico
New Mexico.
overnight.
See how, much,
How
see
did
how
they
long
do
that
It
would
seems
take.
like a 6-hour period, to be honest. It seems like
Oh,
they went to bed
yeah.
late that night
Well-
and it's early the next morning.
Remember, Texas
Yeah.
doesn't exist in this universe.
Oh,
That's
no.
the
Right,
point.
that's
It's
Take
Missouri
that
to New
out. Take out of
Mexico.
the.
That-
Good universe.
According to a Google Maps quick search, going from somewhere in Ohio to somewhere in New Mexico, it would take about 20 hours.
Oh,
Holy crap, that didn't happen.
Nope.
They
A
little
told
bit
one
more
speed
than 8
time.
Nope.
Yeah.
1,404 miles.
Well, take out
driving
Texas
through-
from the equation.
So you only drive through the northern part of Texas, the square.
Okay.
the
square.
yeah,
The square of
The
Texas.
square.
boring
But
part.
you do drive
Don't they
through
call that the
Oklahoma.
panhandle?
I've never been to Texas.
Okay, so they know where they are now, and this movie reminds us that it wants us to hate women except for Marissa Tomei. So unless they're super sexual,
she's
like Marissa
cool.
Tomei, then
Yeah.
she's cool.
Unless they're getting with one of your buddies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. And then they're
Hate-
tight.
8 women.
So
Yeah.
that same night, Dudley and Maggie kiss and presumably fuck. I guess.
Presumably.
Presumably.
He makes
It's
it.
full
He makes it an awful-
13, so
Yeah, because
Are
they
you
come
sure
out of the
that-
house together. They come out.
yeah.
But then he's like, "Oh, she made me breakfast," like to make it seem like they
Yeah.
didn't have sex, and
Yeah.
it's like,
You think
why
Dudley
are you?
It's because
There's so many
Dudley-
naked and penis jokes in this. Like you're gonna draw the
Dudley
line
pulled
there.
out.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
I think Dudley is surprisingly amazing in bed. I think
Oh,
it's like
100%.
shocking. Yeah.
I think he's so good that it didn't happen, and he gave a PowerPoint presentation on his laptop.
Ooh, his Apple
And that's
laptop.
actually what happened behind closed doors, and why he's surprised that he got breakfast the next morning.
PowerPoint presentation on why his Apple tattoo is actually badass. Yeah.
Why he's a real biker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, but the scene where he like actually is like, "I lied to you. I'm not actually cool," is like funny, but actually I kind of found it kind of sweet.
We
that
wouldn't
he's
know.
like,
Yeah.
nobody ever thought you were like this hard biker, but like the fact that he feels
No.
the need to be like, "I need you to know the real me,"
Yeah.
is actually pretty sweet, and that's
By
why I
the
like
way,
Dudley.
I'm really
He's the
into
most realistic
computers and really not into old people porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about what's on my
Don't
computer.
look at my computer though.
Yeah.
Granny's bacon.
I swear that wasn't me.
It was my AI, I promise. I know you don't know
It's the AI that I built and Jesus. Okay, it's the morning and the hogs are ready to go. The biker gang shows up to beat them up, and Woody comes clean about cutting their gas lines. They then the biker gang goes into the diner, and the hogs won't have it. Dudley goes in because it's his turn to be a man and fight with a crowbar. To beat up other men with a crowbar to be a man.
It's his turn to do that.
Jesus Christ. They
He
get
just throws
him
it right
and
through the
then
window.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's good. They get him, tie him up in the street with duct tape, and then the other hogs have to go get him. All of this just is whatever. They ride through and grab Dudley, and this is the scene. Okay, I liked where John Travolta's acting here, where he starts freaking out. There's something about him freaking out when he's coming clean to them that I like, because it just seems like him going off the rails. There's something about his acting that makes me smile here.
There's the scene in the diner when they first show up into town when he's freaking out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys were still paying attention at that point or not.
We
But
were.
that was probably my favorite of his acting, just because he's just kind of like losing his mind and then
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
all of them that they're being weird.
Yeah.
And I thought that was funny. Because as we've established, John Travolta's a little bit of an oddball in real life too, and just like I'm like, this seems more real.
Yeah.
This is genuine.
Like I've
John
seen
Travolta.
Face Off. Like
Yeah.
I know what you're like. Yeah.
Okay, they write.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, good.
This is where Tim Allen says, "Can you guys call me the Golden Knight before we do
Right.
it?"
Completely too.
Definitely missed
Which
that.
is the most pathetic thing that happens. The
Yeah.
whole
Absolutely pathetic.
One last grab at any
It
sort of
also-
shred of cool.
It's also what I thought the point of Doug's storyline was going to be was like, I should go home, like I should appreciate what I have, but it's not.
It never gets there.
But
It
it's
never
not.
once gets there.
It kind of
It's
is,
basically-
and he's
I
happy
viewed
his
it
wife's
as the
there,
best
but then
way
it's not, and then he goes and hits on surfer chicks with his boys. So
It's more like relief that it's over.
Yeah.
Than it is like, oh,
Yeah.
thank God, my wife and kids are okay and they love me. It's just like, oh, okay,
yeah,
I'm tired.
I can go home now.
Okay.
being a dentist and having money sucks, man.
Yeah,
Let this trip
and
last
a
as long as
loving
possible.
family that
Having
wants me to
a
live
house.
my
Yeah.
longest life
Right.
possible because I have health issues. Like Jesus Christ. The hogs ride through the town and try to grab Dudley, but then Doug just hangs there with him. They then have a good old fashioned fist fight. And the punches are absolutely horrible in this scene. Nobody was trained on how to. Tim Allen is like a half second late on all of the ones that he does. It's so bad.
There is another nut kick here.
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
There is another
He also throws
Yeah.
sand into Ray
He
Oh
does throw
yes, he
pocket
does.
sand.
What it
Run into his
is.
Into the guy's
penis.
nuts.
Yeah.
High fived with that one.
And then he has to also make a comment. I didn't mean to throw it there, or what? It's
Yeah.
Jesus
Yes, obviously,
Christ.
man.
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with sand on the dick?
Can't fight anymore.
They don't shower. He
You
doesn't
might as
watch
well
That's
die.
Yeah, they don't
It's
shower.
already sandy
Yeah.
anyway.
You know how bad sand chafes?
And
Yeah.
so we get to the end of
But
this
he's a
fight.
man.
Yeah.
We get to the end of this fight, and I think the lesson is they win because they keep getting punched, but keep getting back up. So the lesson is they persevere when life gets them down. But two
Yeah.
of them have amazing lives that they should love, but the lesson isn't to appreciate that. It's that when your wife and children fucking suck, just keep getting back up because that's what a man does. That's what I
When
think
you
they're
get-
saying.
When
I-
the going
I
gets
would-
tough, abandon your family. Be a man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get any other message than that from them getting, like, what are they trying
Yeah.
to say here? That's what, I don't think they're, or they didn't even think about it. And
Your
there's, like, just
family
have
will
them keep
always
getting back.
have your back.
I don't
Even
know.
when
What do you
you don't
expect if he
have
has the
theirs.
worst life?
They're always
What do
going to
you-
be there, so just ghost them for your boys.
Yes. Woody is the only one who's having, like, a bad life right now, where he's going
Like
broke
Dudley's
Yeah.
fine.
and losing all of his money.
Dudley,
Yeah.
like, he's into computers. He has
To
a
be fair,
hobby. Like,
he doesn't
that's
go
a
on the
sign
trip
of a
because he hates his life. He's just going for the boys.
Dudley
He's
is
hanging out with the
indestructible. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
There's numerous
developed an
times that guy
AI, so
died
he's
of
probably rich.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or very about to be very
Yeah,
quickly.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, this is confusing. I'm confused at what they're trying to say. But they definitely hate their wives and children. And then the original founder of the biker gang shows up to, like, Deus Machina, the fight of just, like, it's over.
For sure.
Yeah.
They're never going to fight again. They're not going to chase you because this random old founder of this biker gang's like, guys, you got to stop. Like, who the
the
fuck
real
is this
knocker.
guy?
Yeah.
It turns out it's not exactly random because it's Ray Liotta's father.
Right.
He
Oh.
calls him
But in the
Pop
context of
at
the
one point.
movie?
Yeah. No, not in real life. In
Yeah, in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
in real life, that's Henry Fonda, who was in Easy Rider, which is a famous motorcycle movie, which is supposed to be like why
Okay,
he's
that makes
there.
his introduction make more sense.
Yeah,
I didn't,
which I
pick
didn't
that up at
recognize
all.
him,
Makes a lot
but I was
more
like,
sense.
they're framing him like I should know who this is, and so I
Yeah.
looked at him, I was like, oh my god, that was Henry Fonda, Jesus Christ.
They definitely did it as
Yeah.
like a big reveal. Like all the
Oh.
all the middle-aged men watching this movie are like, "Oh my god,
It's Henry
they
Fonda.
got him!"
I just
I know that
realized
guy.
I said Henry Fonda. That's Peter Fonda. Henry Fonda is his
Oh.
father.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
think
Henry Fonda was in 12 Angry Men.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Like
okay.
that- no, yeah.
Sure,
Jesus.
great.
Do you think that this was his magnum opus?
Yes.
His
It's
one
most definitely.
cameo in Wild Hogs was his magnum opus.
top of his IMDb
What else could it
list?
be? Yeah.
I am the real biker. All of the
Yeah.
bikers proud of me.
Everyone listened. Literally, they all bowed at what he
Yeah.
says. And then the wives show up as well here, right
The
after
wives
the end.
and
of-
one child, not all the
Yes,
children, just
yes.
one child.
One.
And Bobby hates his wife a little less now because he tells her to calm down.
Yep.
That's what happens.
the gist. Yep.
Doug doesn't accept that he's old still and that he needs to move on, which I thought was going to be a lesson, and instead just gets back on the road with the boys.
But his son actually accepts him and thinks he's cool.
Right.
Because
Fuck
he got into
you.
a fight. The guy's
Wow,
up.
I
Dad,
fucking
you
hate
lied
this
to my
movie so
mom.
much.
You're real cool.
Well, and really,
No, his
it's
son now wants to play basketball with him.
because he got in a fight. What really happened is you got your ass kicked by a bunch of people, so now you're cool. Okay.
But you didn't
Yeah.
die.
But again,
Yeah, but you didn't die.
the lesson is not that his dad is cool anyway. For just being a really good dad who provides. Like, nope. It's that he has to get in a fist fight to be cool.
Wow, Dad, you are a peak male role model.
Wow.
Not only did you
Yeah.
lie to your wife, you lost a fight.
Definitely don't have a low T count.
Your hair isn't receding. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? No.
So they drive off. Dudley rams into watermelons, and this is just framed horribly. This whole thing is just terribly shot.
Such a low angle.
It's a low angle,
We-
and it like breaks the 180 for no reason. Just like why they just obviously didn't have another camera set up when they did it. Like they set the camera on the ground for it for some reason. I'm really
The
confused
$60
by this
million
whole.
budget did not include a tripod for that camera.
No,
No,
not that last
no,
shot.
that- They finish it.
We
Oh.
should have had a Dudley crash counter. How many
Yeah.
times does he
Yeah.
crash
Is
the
that-
movie? Is it 3 or
That-
4?
3 or 4, yeah.
Breaking all the motorcycles from his crashes were definitely part of the budget.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all of
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Like every time he crashes, that
Uh-oh.
bike should not be drivable afterwards.
No,
No.
and at one point it's not.
And
He
then
has
it
to
is.
ride on John Travolta.
On
So
John
then how is
Travolta,
it
yeah.
fixed immediately when they want to like go on their trip? is
Yeah.
my question.
Insurance.
Great
I don't
question.
know.
You good, Cameron?
Oh yeah, I just dropped my internet.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
solid.
Thank
Okay.
Yeah, bike's expensive. Yeah, clearly Dudley has like fuck you money if he's able to crash his bikes
That
that
many
many
bikes?
times.
He has that
many.
It's
Yeah,
just like
right.
have a new one ready to go.
They also
I got my backup bike.
Yeah.
they interchangeably cut between John Travolta wearing a helmet and not wearing a helmet while he's
Yeah.
riding, like inconsistently, and that makes no sense to me. Why he would do it inconsistently? Because sometimes he's wearing it on the freeway, sometimes he's not too. It's not like a freeway thing. My theory is that they shot it one way if it was going to get a PG rating and one way for a PG-13, and then they just splice that
Yeah.
shit together.
That's a
At one
good
point,
theory.
when they're first meeting up, they bring up that Doug and Woody aren't wearing helmets. They make a big
Yes.
deal of it, and then later on, they're wearing helmets on the road.
And then they're not again.
So I don't, and then they're not again.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
They
you're
don't
right,
get
they
it.
make a big
Dudley is
deal.
the one that makes the big like stink, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because accident prone.
Yeah.
But like makes a big stink about helmets. But his is also like the
A leather sheath.
It's a
Yeah.
leather sheath. Yeah.
It's like a cloth. Like that's not protected.
Yeah.
It might
like those
prevent
old
him from
school,
getting
like,
a raspberry,
big
but it
kid.
will not prevent his skull from breaking.
No, it'll turn your brain to soup still.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the very end. The Wild Hogs finish their trip and make it to California, but not. The movie does not end before we get them hitting on multiple women and getting like 3 different shots of multiple women's butts in each scene.
Yep.
Like they had to put it in there so all the men that got bored when the family showed up watching were like, yeah, women butt.
I'm back in the movie now. Yeah.
I thought I was watching a Michael Bay film.
God,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
And
gonna
it keeps
say,
doing it.
It shows that all women on the West Coast are blonde, tan,
And like
That's
the
it.
rollerblade.
and
Yep.
like the
And that's
rollerblade
it.
and
Yeah.
Mercedes. That's it. Yeah.
Well, so then Dudley is like about to be bumbling, and then they're all laughing at him. But then the 3 of them ram into a surfboard, and
Get
the
clotheslined.
movie ends.
An absurdly
Yeah,
long
Wild
surfboard.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's absurdly long and likely very expensive surfboard.
that they shatter. Like you guys are gonna have to pay for that
Wouldn't
for
it-
sure.
It was either you, Grant, or Cameron made a good point of like they're not on the road. They should be
Yes,
on the
they're
road.
in a bike lane.
Like,
They're on like
what-
sidewalk.
Yeah,
that bikes
with
that people are
motorcycles.
supposed to use. Yeah.
Is it
And
supposed
Dudley
to be like
yeah.
Venice Beach? Because like there is
think
not a road right there. Yeah,
I think it's I think it's supposed to be Venice Beach or a
I think
beach
so.
somewhere in Southern California,
Yeah.
LA.
Well, I think
Uh,
you see Santa Monica, like the pier, like right. at the,
Oh, it
It's-
might be Santa Monica.
It's
yeah,
on-
okay.
yeah, I think it's Santa Monica. I was gonna say I lived in areas with that, and it seemed familiar.
Yeah.
Yet at one the whole reason that Dudley doesn't get clotheslined is because he also hops the mini curb.
Yeah,
that
so this is all so
That's
illegal.
supposed. Yeah,
Scary.
because they're men and they're on the West Coast and they're from Ohio.
Ohio.
Justification?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, yes. Okay, we got the alternate ending. So the alternate ending is anticlimactic, but it's better because it doesn't have them even getting to California. They just continue on their road trip, and then as they pass by, the officer is behind one of the signs and radars them, and then he says something which was like mildly funny. or something.
DWI,
Oh, yes.
driving while irresistible.
Yes,
I think so.
yes. Incredible. And then he pulls out and starts going behind them, and the movie ends while he's just like pulls
Yeah,
out
it's
to,
got like a
which is
solid
better
4 or 5
than
seconds
showing
of
all
him
the women
with
butts
colors.
and them
Yeah.
hitting on women. And
You know what that says to me is that wasn't filmed as an alternate ending.
That
That
was.
was the ending.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
when they
Yep.
screened it for a test audience, they're like, "We want some closure or
we
something."
want them to make
them
it
get to the coast.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we need, and the studio's like, more women butts. We need more
Yeah.
sexuality in this.
our
Yeah.
test audience says we need more nut jokes.
Yes.
We need
Yes.
more people getting hit in the balls.
Now the movie does not end. We do get to the closing credits, but we get a scene in the credits of an Extreme Home Makeover episode of
That's
building
right.
the new bar for Ray Liotta's gang, and the vibe is just so different. But you know what? I'm here for it. Whatever. At this point, it was in the background. We were still not paying attention to this either. So
What I liked, which I wish they would have gone harder with, was every time they cut to Jack, like they cut to Ray Liotta in an interview, he was just like holding back tears.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
like,
good.
Yeah.
"Oh." Like, and I wish they would have gone a little harder with that because I thought it was
Yeah.
funny.
I did really like that.
that is Wild Hogs. Thank you so much,
Yay.
Cameron, for picking it.
Yeah.
You're welcome. That's
Now-
what I'm here to do.
Now, after discussing it, let's go around. Would you recommend this, and any final thoughts you have on the movie that we did not get to earlier? We'll end with you, Cameron, because it was your pick.
Okay.
Luke.
I would not recommend this, but I would like to go to a chili festival sometime.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Those are my thoughts.
Matt.
This was quite the walk down memory lane, so thank you for that. I would not recommend this to anybody.
Grant.
I could only recommend this as a drinking game movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Where you anytime anything remotely problematic in today's society is said, you take a shot.
Yeah.
And you don't make it to the end of the movie. That's the whole.
Yeah.
Although I had fun with this movie, I would not really recommend it to anybody. It's a pretty horrible movie. So, I mean, there is a way to have fun watching this movie, right?
Yeah.
You got a
It's
group
drunk.
that all got the same politics and are not laughing at the wrong things, then it's a good time. Just don't watch this with your dad, just in case. Like,
Just in case.
you just never know. You never know what he's gonna laugh at. So.
Yes.
Not from experience, Cameron.
Don't watch it with your dad. Watch it with your grandpa. See what he says about it.
Cameron.
In no way would I ever recommend this movie to anyone. But there's some good points that were brought up here. As a drinking game, so fun. I could see that being so much fun. And I also want to say, I had a fucking blast watching this yesterday because 90% of the movie, we were just making fun of it.
Yeah.
And
Right,
that
that's
was
good.
one of the best parts about it. And like that's what movies like Wild Hogs do.
That's
That's
what they're all
what-
about.
That's what they're all about.
They
They're
bring
all
bros
about
together.
they're all about 20 years down the road where we can turn on the Wild Hogs TV DVD on a big screen TV where it doesn't even fit the whole screen and say, this movie fucking sucks. Let's make fun of it. That's my favorite
And-
part.
It is a great movie to watch in a hotel room
Yeah,
while drinking
yeah.
the best goddamn chocolate milk you've ever had. in
Yeah.
your life.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goddamn right.
Before we end, I had to bring it back so I could do the recap and write everything. But Cameron, you're gonna be getting this copy as a gift, because because you made us do this. You're the one who has to keep it. It's a punishment.
Yes. Yes.
Aw,
You have to
this is
keep
really
it,
cute.
and you're never allowed to take off that. Okay, the
I'm
DVD
never
seal
gonna-
that has
that
to
stays
stay.
on.
Yeah, that's part
You
of
hear me?
it.
That stays on.
That stays on. You can
Time
take
to
off
build my
the
physical media
Zia
collection.
sticker, but you have to keep on the security slip. Okay.
No, the ZS sticker stays on too.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening, for joining us for tonight's watch. Next week we should be back with the normal crew, and we will be doing I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, which we'll see how that goes. But goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.